Welcome back.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand.
Once.
Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Alright.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office?
We're gonna need to find out.
Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. I hope Professor Fig! The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
Even though
He
you're
is.
kind of a part of it.
So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A Polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
We can do it.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very
Big
well.
just sneaking behind.
I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Oh, dear God.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
He's looking at me like he knows.
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world. I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
So does
What
everyone
could the
else.
headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Gareth is gonna shit his pants.
Well, there's one for my diary.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Literally nobody in front of him. But move aside.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Ominous.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
I thought you were going outside. I thought you were going outside.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Boobertuber pus. Moustache paste.
I guess he was going outside.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor,
Great
A
thing for
word?
him to say. Oh boy.
Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
I want Quidditch.
The injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Do it.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure.
Yes.
And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
You write that letter, you bring back Quidditch, ma'am.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Something real bad.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
This sure isn't Dumbledore attire.
Headmaster, I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Oh, God.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
Well, they're as good as invisible to me, sir. Rotten little extortionist holding my
You
diary
stupid
hostage.
bitch.
What was that, Broom?
Nothing, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
You're gonna try and turn me into the headmaster, you stupid, stupid bitch.
Something seems a little...
Yeah, he knows you're a stupid bitch.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, a word, please.
I'd rather not.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
You just need to mind your business. Oh,
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No.
yeah, stay out of my business.
I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good.
No,
Good.
stay out of my
That'll be all,
business.
Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Mind your business.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Yeah, let's go.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I do.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Oh god, I'm just belching everywhere. Oh god.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Let's do it. Cool. 15th of February, 1851. This morning's crystal gazing was most discouraging. I was initially thrilled to see the Ministry of Magic in my future. The atrium appeared to me clear as day. I've always dreamed of working there. However, as the atrium dissolved into a sea of brooms, endless rows of them, my elation turned into despair. Am I destined for a future in broom regulatory control? The tedium would rival the song of a hooper for my sanity. For now, I must accept that I am simply not naturally inclined towards divination. Although, perhaps I have some subtle skill in that I can sense that? Likely so. Who wrote that?
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Whose room is this?
Revelio.
Oh, I left this behind. Oh, sheet of paper. Darling sister, delighted to receive your recent owl. Sounds as if you are, as usual, rising to the challenges presented by not only the students, but also a certain headmaster. Your patience knows no bounds. Speaking of patience, thank you for all that you've done for Gareth. Your instincts are sharp indeed. A delicate balance of discipline and creative encouragement is all he needs. I confess I am glad that his fellow students have replaced his own family when it comes to trying out his latest brews. Marvelous how he spins it. You're the first lucky ones. Never mentions the possibility of untoward reactions. Well, I must be off. Apologies for the short note. Seems the youngest has got herself into a bit of a predicament. Tossed a garden gnome into the neighbor's driggle plumes again. Anyway, so happy. Hope to see you at the holidays. Sending my love, G.
Revelio.
So that's this is Professor Weasley's room. Wait, she has 2 offices? Are you kidding me? Lot to unlock here.
Aloha Mora.
Whose room is this?
Revelio.
Or does she also have this room as well? Professor Hackett, as discussed, you're making this old woman climb up these stairs? As discussed, I've corresponded with my goblin acquaintances at Gringotts. All have condemned Ranrock's actions, and some have privately considered that his motives may not be what they seem. From what I've heard of his treatment towards others of his own kind, those who refuse to join his ranks, I'm inclined to agree with our friends at the bank. I will let you know more of what I hear. Suffice it to say that for now, we must remain vigilant. Respectfully, Shark. Ooh, chest.
Revelio.
Pretty. That was a cool door. And I completed a challenge. Let's go. Ooh, dark gray.
Revelio.
Quill of Acceptance and Book of Admittance. The Quill of Acceptance and Book of Admittance were placed here by the founders and have not been touched since. They record the name of every prospective Hogwarts student the moment they first show signs of magic. Although the Quill is more lenient than the book, which will sometimes snap shut before the name is written if the evidence of magic is not dramatic enough. Dang. Let me get this so it doesn't keep popping up. Let's go. Fashionable dress robes. Let's go. Wait, we have fashionable dress robes now? Okay. Hear me out. We're going into the 3rd trial. We need all the help we can get. We're channeling Ron for this. We're bringing Ron with us. He would go on every other adventure. He deserves to be on this one too. Unless that week he decided to not be my friend, in which case, you know, he'll apologize for it later.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Yeah, there's also this little thing. Where is... there it is.
Lumos.
It's not here. Come with me.
Revelio.
Headmaster's Office Gargoyle. The staircase that leads to the Headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will only let those who know the password enter. Though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. I have other reasons for going in there. It's time for the third trial.